If you're lying in bed at 3 a.m. and suddenly your brain replays that thing you said 5 years ago, that joke that didn't land, that text you sent, the time you called your teacher mom, and you physically cringe, your whole body tenses up. You want to crawl out of your skin. You probably think something's wrong with you. But neuroscience reveals something shocking. That's not torture. That's your survival system working exactly as designed. Picture this. You're finally drifting off to sleep. Your mind is quiet. And then, out of nowhere, your brain decides to play a highlight reel of your most mortifying moments. In vivid detail, you remember exactly what you were wearing, the expression on their face, the silence that followed. And here's the thing nobody tells you. Other people forgot about it 5 minutes after it happened. But your brain tagged it as critical information and stored it in high definition. This isn't random. This is your amygdala doing its job. The amygdala is your brain's emotional alarm center. When you experience something embarrassing, it floods your system with stress hormones like cortisol and adrenaline. This emotional surge signals the hippocampus, your memory storage center, to bookmark the event as important. The stronger the emotion, the stronger the memory trace. In other words, embarrassment triggers the same brain regions as physical pain. Studies using fMRI imaging show that social rejection and embarrassment light up the same neural circuits as a physical injury. That's why recalling an old embarrassing memory can still make your stomach twist. Your brain replays the event so vividly that your body reacts as if it's happening again. You might blush, your heart might race, you might feel that heat rising in your chest. Those are remnants of your body's original stress response. Your brain isn't punishing you, it's trying to protect you. Here's where it gets interesting. From an evolutionary perspective, embarrassment serves a purpose. It's a social signal that helps maintain group harmony. Our ancestors relied on social cooperation to survive. Making a mistake that threatened your reputation could have had serious consequences. So the brain evolved to remember such incidents as a form of social learning. Embarrassing moments act as mental warning signs, reminders of what not to do again. If you said something awkward at a party, your brain files that memory away so you'll be more careful next time. The problem is, this system was built for small hunter-gatherer tribes where social mistakes could get you ostracized. Today, it overreacts to harmless situations. You stumbled over your words in a meeting, your brain treats it like a life-threatening event. Research suggests that people with heightened activity in the brain's default mode network may be more prone to rumination, constantly re-examining past experiences. That's the part of your brain that activates during self-reflection. And when it has nothing else to do, like when you're trying to sleep, it starts reviewing old footage. Your brain is literally running a post-game analysis of your social performance at 3 a.m. without your permission. And there's another layer to this. A 2023 study published in Brain Science found that shame and embarrassment are associated with the left anterior insula, while the anterior cingulate cortex activates during cringe-inducing recall. That's a region linked to conflict monitoring and error detection. In other words, when you remember something embarrassing, your brain is scanning for errors. It's trying to figure out what went wrong so you can avoid it in the future. This is why the memories feel so vivid. Your brain is treating them as important data. But here's what changes everything. Other people don't remember. Research shows we consistently overestimate how much others notice our behavior. In one famous study, participants wore an embarrassing t-shirt and estimated about half the room noticed it, when in fact, fewer than 25% did. This is called the spotlight effect. You think everyone's watching you. They're not. They're too busy worrying about their own embarrassing moments. So why can't you just forget? Because your brain isn't designed to forget emotional experiences. It's designed to learn from them. Each time you relive a cringe moment, the memory gets rewritten and strengthened through a process called reconsolidation. You're literally reinforcing the neural pathways every time you replay it. But that also means you can change the memory, not erase it, but change how you feel about it. Psychologists suggest reframing. Instead of "I embarrassed myself," try "I had a human moment," because that's what it was. A normal, human, imperfect moment that everyone has. Research shows that people who can acknowledge mistakes or laugh at themselves experience faster emotional recovery. Humor engages the prefrontal cortex, helping regulate the amygdala's response and reframe the event as harmless. The truth is, your cringe memories aren't evidence that you're broken. They're evidence that you're self-aware, that you've grown, that you care about how you affect other people. Those are good things. The version of you that did that embarrassing thing doesn't exist anymore. You're not the same person. You've learned. You've evolved. Your brain is just slow to catch up. So the next time your brain decides to replay that mortifying memory at 3 a.m., recognize what's happening. Your amygdala is trying to protect you from a threat that no longer exists. Your hippocampus is storing information you don't need anymore, and your default mode network is bored and looking for something to do. You're not reliving trauma. You're watching your brain's outdated security footage. And the more you recognize that, the less power it has over you. The memory won't disappear, but the cringe can fade. Not by forcing yourself to forget, but by understanding why your brain holds on, and then gently reminding it that you're safe now, that you've learned the lesson, that you can let it go, because you're not the person who made that mistake. You're the person who grew from it. If this helped you understand your own brain better, hit subscribe. And if you've got a cringe memory that still haunts you, drop it in the comments. You're not alone in this. Thanks for watching.